Tag TV, and Tag Radio, rapidly becoming the leading technology new media in all of Georgia and the Southeast. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by Integrated Learning Services, integratedlearningservices.com. Wait, worry, or take control. At integratedlearningservices.com, increase sales, productivity, and client retention. Lower training costs. integratedlearningservices.com. Admit it, you know I'm right. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing: results. And this company's approach is consultative and focuses on the long-term growth of their clients. More than a dynamic resource headquartered here in Atlanta, a global leader developing and delivering a full range of results on integrated online marketing solutions, interactive services, and high-performance websites. She has been nominated 2 years standing as one of the Small Business People of the Year by the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce. While currently residing in Atlanta, she oversees all South American operations for the company, handles client accounts internationally, and has supervised and coordinated the company's matters globally. Greetings, everyone. It's Thursday, September 16, 2010, and this is a special Premier Member Focus edition of Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. I'm your guest host, Frank Baia. As the ranks of TAG's exclusive Premier Member companies grow, so do their dynamic variety and global significance. Today's Premier Member Focus Showcase, VayuMedia, a global leading interactive marketing and development firm delivering results on a full range of integrated online solutions, services, and high-performance websites. From large multinational Fortune 500 companies to traditional small business, VayuMedia specializes in online strategic website design, interactive solution, e-commerce platforms, application development, and integrated marketing solutions, providing a wide range of services to suit every budget, from simple promotional sites to complex data-driven internet applications. Our premier member executive is Jennifer Dunphy, Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Prior to joining VayuMedia, Jennifer was a corporate new media sales trainer for Yellow Book USA and part of the team that launched Yellow Book in the Atlanta market. Since 2005, Jennifer has provided C-level marketing and public relations expertise to the business community. She's a Google AdWords certified professional as well as a Simpost certified professional. Often speaking at seminars and trainings, her focus at VayuMedia is on marketing and business development. Through her efforts, the agency has seen significant growth year after year. It's a TAG Special Premier Member Showcase, and this one is on both a world-class online marketing agency and a world-class new media leading executive, as we speak with VayuMedia Vice President Jennifer Dunphy. Jennifer, welcome to Tech Talk.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here today.
Well, I'm extremely anxious. I've heard a lot about VayuMedia, and I'm really like to know more about it. So begin with, let's start. I guess I don't want to pose too tough of a question, but really, as far as internet marketing and design firms, good Lord, there's so many of them out there. Tell our audience what makes you different. What really differentiates you from your competition?
Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. There are so many competitors out in the marketplace. And for us, we're competing not just locally, but we're also competing on a global scale for our clients. So it's an extremely competitive landscape out there. I think first and foremost, the thing that I would love to point out is that one thing we pride ourselves on is delivering the highest quality of service to our clients, and we really focus on giving the bottom line results. A few of the things we do, for instance, we don't sell to our clients' ignorance. And what I mean by that is this is a very dynamic industry. It's constantly changing. You have to stay on top of the latest trends and what's going on. So we really pride ourselves in the fact that we take an educational standpoint with our clients. We want them to know exactly how our services are going to work in unison with all their other marketing efforts to really help increase their bottom line. And we want to educate them on how online marketing and search engine optimization, how it's important, and how our process works so that they're not left out on the dark on anything. And then we also make sure to give them an action plan on initiatives that they can implement in-house to really just further the results of our efforts to help them to get a higher return on their investment. So, we really look at the long-term relationship with our clients. We want to be handling their marketing initiatives for the next 3+ years and not just the next 6 months.
Well, I got to tell you that one word that sticks out. I thought, did I hear that right? Did I hear results? You know, you actually report back and give results. I mean, there's a differentiator. I kind of meander and play a little bit around in marketing and design firms, either using them or providing some of the services. And sometimes the results may be a circle because I told you I was going to draw you a circle, not necessarily whether the circle was going to actually perform for you and get your results. So the idea that you are driven by the bottom line and actually standing up and taking responsibility and saying we deliver, that's pretty strong stuff. Now, I guess to that regard, what kind of time frame? You know, tell us a little bit about how long does it take to see results?
Well, you know what? That's probably the most frequent question that we get answered or that we get asked, and honestly, the answer is that it really varies. You know, essentially, we're agents of growth. It's why we get hired, is to grow our clients' businesses, not just to get them ranked, and we do deliver the results. But there are a lot of different factors that come into play on how long it might take to see the results. Some of those, to name a few, might be how competitive the particular industry is online, or what is the geographic region that they're trying to cover? Is it local? Is it regional? Is it national? What are some of the keyword phrases that they're trying to optimize for? And what's the investment level that they're able to allocate? There are so many other considerations that come into play as well. You know, I've seen it really take as little as 3 weeks in some cases, and I've seen it take months to achieve first-page placement. So, you know, one thing I can say is the more competitive a keyword phrase is online and the larger the target market is, the more difficult it is to acquire the first-page placement in the search engine.
Well, at the risk of telling your competitors something they probably don't know, and maybe tell some of the new clients some kind of consulting that they might have to pay for someday, how do keywords work? I think we talk about them a lot, but how do they work?
Well, you know, keywords are extremely important in any online marketing campaign, whether you're doing search engine optimization or the pay-per-click sponsored link advertising or social media, blogs, any other online marketing. They're extremely important. They really represent the user's behavior. You know, everybody searches in their own way with different keywords and phrases. The way I would search for a business, the way you would search for a business, the way anybody else out there would search for a business is going to vary dramatically. So, you know, they're extremely dynamic. So what we do is we work with our clients to determine the appropriate set of keyword phrases to optimize for to help them receive the largest return on their investment. So what we do is we pull the real-time numbers on how many people are searching online every month for their particular products or services. And then once we have that information, we enter it into our software and we map this information against our database to figure out what are the best ways to target this particular client's business, the best keyword phrases to target. And then once we've selected those keywords, we create the best strategy to implement to help them reach out to that market, all within the scope of their budget constraints to help them achieve their long-term results. And, again, the bottom line is to grow their business.
So, again, though, now slow down a little bit because you obviously are an expert and you've got this covered. You do it every day. But what you're saying is, in a sense, you sort of do a situation analysis with the client so that you identify some of the key phrases and then you kind of trial them to see how actively they're being sourced on the Internet already before you pick the keywords? Am I understanding?
Absolutely. We want to learn how would our client and their industry search for their products and services.
Wow.
But we also want to see it's not just about how they search for their services, it's how their prospective clients are searching for their products and services.
Sure,
online.
how the environment is operating, how it's already being done already so that what a great concept. I'm sure that maybe that's not necessarily unique to Vayu, but I've not heard it before. I think that's really a brilliant approach to the situation. I have to ask, do they change over time?
Absolutely. Keywords, again, they're very dynamic, and the way people search changes all the time. It depends on what specifically they're looking for. What stage of the buying process are they in? What geographic area they're trying to cover. So it's always going to change.
Well, I can begin to understand why results is something that you can stand up and establish right from the get-go because you do all of the homework. A consuming piece of time, I'm going to guess, for search engine optimization has got to be critical to the analysis in the early stages of the relationship. Do you already kind of have a guesstimate of what is the most time-consuming piece of search engine optimization?
Search engine optimization, there's so many different pieces, but by far the most time-consuming piece would be link building. It's nearly evergreen. Just when you start getting fired on all cylinders with press releases, blogging, widget building, directory submissions, forums, content creation, and other things along those lines, another new opportunity comes along, and then next thing you know, you're tweeting your life away. You never really stop the link building process. It's worth all the time and the effort. The best way to think of a link online, they provide testimonials. So essentially, the more links you have back to your website equal the more testimonials equal the higher rankings. Each link really has a testimonial value, just like a citation in a written work. I would say that approximately 7 out of 10 factors impacting where a business comes up in the natural or the organic search rankings, really the left-hand side of, say, the Google search results, 7 out of 10 of those factors have to deal with links. But most importantly, it's not just the quantity of links that a website has coming to them, it's the quality of the links that's just as important.
Where do they come from?
Well, they come from all sorts of different places. First of all, you can ask for link exchanges from other relevant, high-ranking authority websites that are related to your industry. They come from online directories, press releases, articles, social media sites such as Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, consumer reviews, web applications, blogs, online videos, archives, site maps, networking sites, and all sorts of other places, basically everywhere online.
Now, after going through all of that detail, and I would think some of the challenges that need to be overcome, and certainly some of the expertise that gets leveraged, knowledge is king here, knowledge is power, but is there an easy explanation of search engine optimization?
People ask me that all the time. I think the most important thing to point out here is that search engine optimization, also commonly referred to as SEO, it really starts with understanding the business's online objectives. The best way to think of search engine optimization is really, it's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces, and those pieces can include content, design, links, tracking, and analytics. Website optimization involves bringing all these pieces together to really create a complete picture that makes a business's website attractive to not just the search engines, but most importantly to the consumers or to the visitors of the site. So search engine optimization is all about breaking down the barriers, making it easier for the search spiders to crawl and index a website and bring it back in the results. But bottom line, you also want it to be consumer-friendly to the person who's visiting the site and reading it.
You make it sound so simple. It makes me, I can just imagine any of our listeners are saying, stop, I get it. Now how do I get help? Because I can't do it myself, that's for sure. I've been playing around, and no wonder I'm not succeeding. Tell me a little bit now about how VayuMedia works in terms of client acquisition and client relationships. If I were interested in finding out more information, how would I get involved, and what would be the reaction if I called you or made contact?
Well, really, when someone reaches out to us, first and foremost, we want to schedule a time to come in and sit down and talk to them to really figure out what are some of their goals, what are they looking to accomplish, because with what we do, it's so customized and so tailored to the unique business and what they're trying to accomplish and the market that they're trying to reach out to. And we need to learn a lot more about their business before we can just put together a program. And I would say that really goes back to another thing that really differentiates us. We don't just sell generic packages to our customers. We really offer customized solutions to help them figure out the most effective and, the best way to grow their business.
Is that initial contact have any obligation connected to it, or can I just?
Oh no, not at all. We'll come in, we'll do an initial consultation session, just so that we can really figure out what's going on and what's going to be the best approach, because we offer so many different services. And not all of them are going to be the right fit for every business. So before we get into how we can help them, we need to figure out what their goals are, what they're looking to accomplish, and what's the best fit for them.
Basically, you're providing them with an overview analysis at no obligation from one of the top leading companies that are providing this kind of service. It would seem like a no-brainer that, not to sound like I'm pitching for you guys, but it sounds like a no-brainer why somebody wouldn't want to call and kind of get a checkup, if nothing else.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jennifer, I'm afraid we're running out of time. It's a fascinating subject. You obviously know it so well and explain it so well. All I can think of at the moment is to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Before I go, let's make sure it is VayuMedia.com, V-A-Y-U, VayuMedia.com. So I'm guessing they can contact you directly or find you directly on the website. But thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to provide us with so much information and to join us here on Tech Talk.
It was great being with you. Thank you.